guys, my name's Natalie and welcome back to my channel. I feel like I haven't made a video in a hot minute, and by minute I mean like month. Things have been kind of hectic, but that is not what this video is about. There will be an update video that talks about some changes in content, that talks about why I've been away. So there's new and exciting things on the horizon. So stay tuned for that video. It should be out in about a week or so. I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but as you all know, I'm a very avid Halsey fan and she put out her new song Without Me today. So in this video, it's not a traditional reaction video. I have already heard the song. I unfortunately had zero patience to wait and listen to it at 6:30 this morning as soon as I woke up, before I could even really see. So this is going to be me verbally talking about the song, some themes that I've noticed, what I think the song is about and how I interpreted the song. And then I also want to talk about the era of H4, the long awaited fourth album from Halsey that has been speculated to not only be in the works, but I suppose be coming out around Christmas and New Year's. I will not be playing the song in this reaction. I've linked the song as a YouTube video link and as an app purchase in the App Store if you so choose to buy the song. The song Without Me is interesting because when I saw the imagery on Twitter accompanied with a short snippet of an interview that talked about her really cutting it back down to raw and what she's really about, I kind of correlated the two because these images are her erasing herself from her life in a way. I have not listened to the full interview, so every speculation I place on this has come from a place that I've only heard the 30-second snippet that was released beforehand. I thought maybe this might be addressing, I suppose, an in-between period, a transitional period. 17 played back into it, as you will see in this picture of the singles artwork before it came out. And so I thought, oh, maybe this is going to be a play on what would have happened at 17 if things hadn't gone the way that they did. However, after hearing the song this morning, I do not think this. So the song is called Without Me and it's essentially about her break from G-Eazy. They are back together now, as some of you may know. I just want to address a couple of lines in the song and what I think they mean. So the first verse introduces us to the beginning of their relationship. She talks about how he was essentially a broken man. She put her all into the relationship so that he could pick himself back up, understand his self-worth, to the point where she was constantly with him to ensure that he sort of made this recovery from whatever he was dealing with in his life. The pre-chorus states, I got you off your knees, put you right back on your feet just so you could take advantage of me. And this is all to do with the alleged scandal surrounding G-Eazy and Halsey's relationship breakup, which I won't go into because it's not my business. And then it leads into the chorus. She references a couple times this idea of uplifting him and how it's almost a fault because she put him in a place where it was almost acceptable for him to then turn around and do what he did to her. And I think the chorus in the lines that say, tell me how's it feel sitting up there feeling so high but too far away to hold me. You know I'm the one who put you up there. My name's in the sky. Does it ever get lonely? That is where I think she flips the script a little bit away from a heartbreak ballad into a power piece, because she effectively is telling him, you knew what you had. You chose to make these decisions despite the fact that I put my all into helping you create not only a name, like project your name out there as an artist, but also help you in your personal life, so much so that I took on your own problems as mine. But then says, but how does it feel now that you've lost everything? Do you sleep well at night when you think about the fact that I put you where you are and you threw it all away because you felt entitled because of the way I raised you up to help you out? Which I think is, wow. It's like a very subtle slap in the face. And then she goes on throughout the lyrics and has a Justin Timberlake Cry Me a River reference, as all good breakup ballads should. So she states in the bridge, you don't have to say what you did, I already know. I had to go and find out from them, so tell me how it feels. So I guess that really just cements the fact that, you know, she again helped him out, raised him up, put him on a pedestal, gave him her everything, to the point where she also fell into the trap of some of his demons. And then it's like, are you good? Like, you didn't even have enough respect for the relationship that I had to find out through a third party. Like, dude, you look a bit like trash. The song in itself is raw. If you actually really listen to the way she sings it, you can hear the hurt, you can hear, I suppose, the disappointment, a little on herself for putting him in a position where he thought that was okay, but then ultimately understanding that it was his decision and it doesn't devalue what she did in the relationship. Obviously, again, I'd like to reiterate, they are back together now, so please do not put any hate in my comments below. That is their life, that is their story, that is Halsey era number 4. Let's talk about this. I know that Without Me has been said to not be a song that will be featured on the next album. However, I know that she's talked a lot in terms of Without Me about really understanding that every album that she's done has been within the confines of a concept, and how she has struggled with, I suppose, the idea that she really likes her music to be raw and relatable and true to her life experience, but then it also always ends up coming out within the context of a concept. And so how real is it? Because we are seeing a character. Obviously we had Room 93. I think Badlands was an album of becoming. I think it was her finding her place, like transitioning from a teenager to an adult and finding her place like socially, and her autonomy within her relationships and her self-worth in a group setting. And then transition over to HFK. It's a Romeo and Juliet inspired piece, so it's about lost love. It's about a fated, just toxic relationship that can't be, no matter how much you try and fix it. And then it's about regaining self-worth outside of that relationship. But what I'd really like to see in H4, to be perfectly honest, and it's not anything that she owes anyone, there are so many struggles that she initially shared with us, I suppose in the infancy of her fame, and a lot of it caught some negative press. And I wonder if she kind of retracted that side of herself a little bit from the public eye, because it is so intrusive and people do have so many opinions. But I would love to see H4 be the precursor to Badlands in a way. I would love it to be just a stripped back, this is my life, this is my experiences, this is my struggle. I think the way she writes music, the enigma that is Halsey's creative side, and her themes and her connecting pieces and her magical mind is capable of presenting something that is a little bit jarring but does a lot of good and relates to a lot of people. So for me and my perspective, I really hope H4 is just a vulnerable album. I really honestly, I'd just love to hear the struggle, because I think sometimes we forget that celebrities are people. She lives her music, and as much as, again, that's so far been in the confines of a concept, I think if she would have stripped that bare and back and really put forward the person she puts forward on Twitter or when talking face to face with fans, if she could turn that into music, I think that would be incredibly powerful, because she has all of our attention already. So yeah, they're my predictions. Hopefully we'll see what direction it goes in. It could very well be another concept album. Have a wonderful day, guys, and I will see you in my next video.